What's going on, guys? I'm Andrew with Camper Kingdom in Meridian, Mississippi, and I feel like I should apologize to each one of my subscribers before we even start today's video. It has been right at 5 months since I've had the opportunity to grab this GoPro and step outside and show each and every one of you guys the new makes and models as they are physically arriving here in location. But I assure you, I've been extremely busy in the background. If you happen to go over to our website and you've been there before, you're going to notice several different changes, such as you can now do the 360 tour on each one of the new makes and models that we have, as well as you can also enter your vehicle's information to find out exactly how much you can tow. But here's another thing too. Each and every single make and model on our website, new or used, I can now guarantee approval regardless of whatever your credit is. If you've been late on the vehicle in the past, if you've had a repossession, none of that even matters. Give us a call, check out our website, and look for more information. We'll be glad to square you away. Today though, I've got something extremely special to show you. This is a newly released 2026 model that has recently hit the market, and I think a lot of you guys are really gonna like this one. It's kind of like a combination of a front bath layout with a rear living, but here's the twist, they give you a designated laundry room for more of your full-time RVers. But if you're new here, I do welcome you to the channel, and let's get started. So I always like to start my videos off by going over some of the specs found over here on the non-camp side of the RV to give you an idea just on how big this thing truly is. So bear with me just 1 second. Coming at you, 42 feet 9 inches of total length. Dry weight as it sits without any of your stuff is 14,056 pounds. The gross vehicle weight rating is 16,085 pounds. You're riding on two twin 7,000 pound axles with E-rated tires, and you've got right at 1,970 pounds of available cargo capacity that you can actually stuff inside of this thing. As far as the vehicle to tow it, because it is extremely long and kind of on the heavier side, around 16,000, I would recommend at least a 1 ton or possibly larger. The dual wheel setup would definitely assist with some of the sway, but I do not think that dual wheel setup will be necessary. You're at 96 inches wide, so this is not a wide body construction, and you're at 13 feet 4 inches to the highest point. Sandpiper is also loaded out with several standard features from the factory, such as fully automatic leveling, friction hinge on the doors, hydraulic assist on the steps to make things that much easier when setting these things up. Let's go ahead though and step inside. So before we even get started, I have to turn the air conditioners on because today's temperature in Mississippi is a real feel of 107. So it's just a little bit too hot to not have both the air conditionings running while you're actually inside of this thing. But coming at you, 42 feet 9 inches of total length, and I'm going to give you an estimated walking room of about probably 15 feet right here from the front door all the way to the back. This thing is not a rear entertainment, and I'm not really calling it a rear living. It's a twist of both, realistically. You've got this L-shaped sofa over here, which, by the way, there is a huge bed tucked in this thing, and I can't wait to open this thing up for you later and show you. You got the desk right over here. You know, maybe if you got some additional bills or some things you got to do for work, you got a place for that. Maybe you got a couple of kids that have come over and they got some homework to do. Nice little place for them to take a seat. Solid surface countertops. Take a look at this thing. This is like my favorite feature about the entire RV. The waterfall island here in the center. You got the black, now single basin undermount sink with a residential faucet. But I like the idea of removing that permanent table that's typically found in the slide and just kind of integrating it with your kitchen island here. There's another shot of your desk. Really nice. You got pop-up wireless chargers in several locations throughout the RV. 96 inches wide also. The main body of the coach, not including the slide outs, is 96. But here's a little piece of candy for you. Next year, Sandpiper has announced that they will be going back to the wide body construction of 102 inches wide. So this camper next year will be about 6 inches wider. That's going to be absolutely awesome in my opinion. So this is going to be your view though. If you're sitting on this L-shaped sofa, I'm not going to put my shoes on the ottoman right now, but 65-inch smart TV, 65-inch Greystone electric fireplace. You can also turn the heat off and just maybe utilize the lights to assist you with walking around the RV at night. You got the JBL audio system built in on board and some huge, very deep cabinets. Speaking of storage, behind this extremely big TV is a ton of storage now. Let me see if I can get this open with one hand. What do you guys think of that? Plenty of room for all of your stuff. And now let's talk about something else with storage here in your kitchen. All of the kitchen hardware, well, not just the kitchen hardware, all of the hardware, regardless if it's in the kitchen or the bathroom or maybe even up there on the top, soft close latches all the way throughout. That is very, very nice. Furrion microwave, this is not the convection, and you got your 3-eye burner with the oven, still by Furrion. These are adjustable by a few different shelves, so maybe enough room for a Thanksgiving feast if you happen to have one. And again, here's some of your pullouts. Tire pressure monitoring system. That's also something Sandpiper includes that is like standard from the factory. You're not gonna have to worry about, like, if you're traveling down the road and your tires happen to be going flat, you're gonna get that notification inside the vehicle up front where you're actually sitting. 16 cubic foot, 12 volt ever-chill fridge. Fridge is on the bottom, and you got 2 different pull-outs for the freezer on the bottom. I misspoke. Fridge is on the top, freezer's on the bottom. Guys, it's been 5 months since I've done an RV review, so just bear with me a little bit. I do apologize. Extremely large pantry. Probably one of the largest pantries that Sandpiper offers. Floor to ceiling, multiple shelves inside, plus some 110 outlets. But here's the tip. With this being a north to south facing pantry, meaning direction of travel, if you or your husband has a heavy foot or likes the brakes, there are times where your belongings inside of this pantry can find themselves on the floor. So be cautious of that. Make sure you're wrapping that band around the locking mechanism there. Check out the 110 outlets there. This countertop is more of a pressed membrane, like a hard heated plastic. Here's another tip too. You do in fact have shelving on the back side of these, but customers sometimes will overload these shelves with canned goods. Just be cautious of that. You don't want to put too much of a wear and tear there on top of your hinges. So let's go ahead now, show you some of the storage in the back. But we're gonna open this bed up on the sleeper sofa and show you exactly what that thing looks like. It is just absolutely huge. There's a lot of storage in this thing, plus another little pop-up for your 110. Let's go ahead and open up this bed before we head upstairs though. So these sleeper sofas are extremely easy to open. Just by simply removing the 2 back cushions, grabbing firmly here on the base, and lifting straight up. Both of the legs will fold out, and then the back folds down. Look at all of this room, and I'm going to take my shoes off because I have gotten some slack in the past for putting my shoes on furniture. But look at the view. I can sit here, see everything in the RV, comfortably watch this huge 65-inch TV, enjoy the air conditioners, which by the way, there's 2 of them on board. Both of them are 15K. But if you happen to have grandchildren come over, plenty of sleeping room. So what do you guys think? That's probably like another one of my favorite features. I really, really dig that. Let's go ahead now and make our way upstairs. We're gonna bypass the laundry room. Stepping upstairs. This is gonna be a king size bed, dimensions of 72 by 80. A decent amount of walking around room on each side of the bed. Notice the 110 outlets, but here's the thing. You now have, get here in the corner and show you. You got your regular 110, you got USB-C, plus your regular, I think that's USB, I'm not sure, B or A, I'm not sure. But multiple USB outlets, plus a reading shelf. Very, very nice. Plus black roller shades here on the bed. You do in fact have the additional shelf on both sides with an extremely deep shelf right over here. But if you're laying in bed, this would be your view. If maybe you wanted to watch some TV, you can maybe mount about a 32-inch TV here. Notice the connections on the ceiling. All your storage here at the foot of the bed. Plus, you always have a huge amount of storage under the bed as well. So plenty of room for all of your winter clothes and blankets. So the biggest bathroom in the industry is always a front bath or a front closet. Let's take a look at this. all the way in the front. You got your own private bath, so you're not going to have to worry about your guests coming all the way in the front, because they have their own half bath in the bottom bath down there. You got the porcelain foot flush toilet, fiberglass shower. I think this is a miss though. Sandpiper definitely missed out with putting the seat in. That is something that the older that I get, I feel like is a very important thing to have. And here's your view. I'm 6'2", so you got plenty of room over your head. I probably got right at 3 or 4 inches still. What do you guys think of the bathroom? I'm liking the mirror. The new accent lights that they're putting behind the mirror just really does assist. Let me see if I can turn it off. There you go. It's pretty nice. His and her sink. I would have liked to have seen the solid surface countertop in the bathroom, but that's more of a pressed membrane. And again, you still have these soft close latches all the way throughout the RV. Huge closet in the front, almost a bathroom. Huge closet on the front. Typically, on some models, this is where you're going to find your washer and dryer connections. Not going to have to worry about that additional noise up here, because the washer and dryer is now in its own designated room downstairs closer to the kitchen. Very, very big closet though. Let's go ahead now towards the laundry room. So when Sandpiper came out with its 3800RK, it also has like its own designated laundry room. And I made a comment in that video recommending a change to the laundry room. At the time, they did not have a toilet, and they had a stackable washer and dryer side by side with some overhead cabinetry. And I made the suggestion of putting a bathroom and making it a stackable with a counter. And it's like, dang, here it is. A few years later, they've done exactly what I've said. And I'm not taking credit for it, no, by any means, but I'm not saying that I recommended it a long time ago. Pretty nice though. This is your perfect pooping position, I guess you could call it. I'm a pretty decent sized guy, and I've got a pretty decent amount of room. This is also going to be the controls for your on-demand tankless water heater. Here's another bit of a tip. If you, let's say, prefer temperatures of only 100 degrees, only set your temperature for that, and then only turn on the hot water. Do not try to combat the hot water between the cold. You're going to get fluctuation in temperature like this, so just go ahead and utilize only the hot water. So a date and time of making this video, let's look at our sales price. MSRP, maybe you can pause it and read this, is $105,270. And of course, our sales price can be viewed over at that website at the link found down below. To view more additional photos, as well as that really cool 360 walk around, be sure to check the website link down below. Continue to like and subscribe. Leave me a couple comments telling me what you guys think of this new model. But I guess now I need to go ahead and put my shoes back on, close the bed up, and we're going to step outside, going over a few of the connections, as well as showing you all that outside storage. I was about to say an outside kitchen, but that's one thing this thing does not have. But let's step outside. So before stepping outside, I failed to point out where all the controls to operate everything, such as your light switches and your tank monitoring station and so forth. But right here inside of this nice little cubby next to the door, you got your heated tanks, you got your water pump, all of your light switches, everything just conveniently located right here next to the door. But we're going to go ahead and extend both of the awnings out, because the temperature outside is 107 degrees, so we're going to have ourselves a little bit of shade. But that is pretty nice though, when you have a camper of this size, to have this much awning cover on the outside. 42 feet of 9 inches to be exact, and just about the entire side cover under awning space. So Sandpiper is also going to be 96 inches wide, and it's leveled from a 4-point fully automatic leveling system. All those controls are found right over here, so let's make our way around. Your baggage doors are right at a ½ inch thick with slam latches. Let's take a look at those controls though. Very, very easy system to operate just by simply pressing one button. The coach will in fact level itself. This is the solar charge controller. This keeps a monitor on the battery, prevents it from overcharging or maybe even undercharging. But take a look at all this space. I'm telling you, from this wall forward on the inside is an exact replica of the Sandpiper 3800RK. It's like the only thing they've done was change the whole entire back half. Again, slam latches. That's the exhaust for your tankless water heater. 60,000 BTUs, by the way. This is your water management system. The water lines will come up through the floor, connecting to city water connection or black tank flush, whichever you're doing. Here's your pool handles, and that's the black tank flush there as well. Satellite connections also found over here. And you've got a little bit of a LED light strip there to give you some lights. Sewer connections on board, you've only got one. That's very nice to see. Let's make our way around. Pretty much our standard Lippert component Rhino box. I'll try to leave maybe the hitch weight about here in the RV. Your blindside camera prepped for 4 different cameras. One on each of your blindside markers, as well as over the door. Plus there's another blindside marker as well on the back. So that's very nice to have. You got the tire pressure monitoring system plus a blindside camera prep. All of that information being sent over to the vehicle while you're in transportation. This is also new. Notice the red disc brakes inside of there. And another standard thing from Sandpiper is the hydraulic assist with the steps. Slam resistant latch, outside fridge. There is a LP quick disconnect on the back if you decide to bring a grill along with you. Slam latches all the way around. And both of the propane bottles located conveniently on one side. Let's make our way back to the back now. Pre-tinted from the factory also, all the windows. That's nice to have. You can also order the coach with double pane windows if maybe you're going to be doing some extreme climates. You got the attachment back there for the additional ladder. That's that blindside camera prep again. You're equipped to tow upwards of 3,000 pounds or 300 pounds directly on the hitch, and it's pre-wired again for all of your trailer lights right there. 50 amp power cord connection found on the back. 13 feet 4 inches to the highest point. To view more additional photos, again, check the website down below. I feel like though there's something else I should talk about. Financing. One thing that we offer here at Camper Kingdom is guaranteed financing, regardless of your credit. If you've got a repossession, it doesn't matter. If you've been late on your credit cards, it doesn't matter. I can guarantee approval. Check out our website. Give us a call. Give me a couple of thumbs up. Leave a couple of comments telling me what you guys think of this new 2026. And again, I'm terribly sorry it's taking me so long. I promise to be uploading more videos soon. Continue to like and subscribe. Come see us.